Hello everybody and welcome back to another rebuild, and today we're going to be in Poland. I've not managed any side in Poland before. This is going to be the first time and there's going to be a lot of names being butchered. I shall warn you in advance. So we're going to take on the challenge of WISLA Krakow, I think it's pronounced. They are the fourth most successful team in Poland, which you'll probably be surprised to see them in League One, the second tier after being relegated in the 21-22 season. So we're currently in the 22-23 season, and we're going to try and see if we can do better than what they did this season. I think they finished in fourth, and I think the Polish league has actually started already, and they are, after 2 games, they are in fourth position currently as well. So hopefully they'll get back to the top flight. But that's going to be our challenge. We're going to try and get them back to the top flight and win them some more trophies. They have won the top flight 8 times between 1999 and 2011, and that's 8 titles out of the 13 they've won. So to see them in the second tier, it just beggars belief. So let's go and have a look at the team and everything else with it. Greatest area during the 2000s, like I've said, 1999 up until 2011. Previous 5 before that, 1927, 28, 49, 50 and 78. But other than that, it's been most recent was the 2011 was the last time they lifted the first division title. There is going to be no budget. The transfer window has been disabled for the first season due to the winter update that we're using for all transfers that happened in January 23, I think it is. They have got a 33,000 capacity, which is brilliant. Wonder if they'll be able to fill it up in the second tier though. This is the thing. Formation with the DM role. If you've seen my channel before, I've seen previous rebuilds, we try and stick to this as much as possible, but we never end up sticking to this. As towards the end we always move the DM to a cam roll. But we'll see how it goes anyway. So the board culture then, they strive to make progress on and off the pitch, gain automatic promotion, be competitive in the have they named their Polish Cup the FA Cup, have they? Oh, okay, that's interesting. And then challenge for the title in following year. So we've got to get bounced straight back. So they've just got relegated. We've got to bounce straight back. The supporters play entertaining football. Sign Polish players. So that's going to be a task and a half. So Polish players only then, if we can, just to keep the crowd happy at least anyway. And develop players using the youth system as well. Gain automatic promotion and get the better of our rivals, Cracovia, if we happen to play against them, and be competitive against Legia. I'm assuming that's Legia Warsaw as well. As you can see, between 99 and 2011, they've been up there or thereabouts. They did take a dip in 2006-2007 where they finished in 8th position, but other than that they have been near the top. Then all of a sudden they've just got down to the halfway, it's 7th position there, and just never really recovered, and then just recently being relegated. Staff wise, I don't see any problem with it at all. We have got the best in the league. They are expecting us to bounce straight back, but what are the media predicting us to do though? So let's have a quick look at the media. The media are expecting us, well, we're favourites to bounce straight back up, so that's something they didn't do in real life. Finances, they have got just under £1 million in the bank. Any debts? £2.6 million left to pay in debts. There's no interest, so that's good, but they are paying £61,000 a month. So have a look at our side, which seems to be very, very big. Considering they wanted to sign Polish players early, they seem to have a lot of players from other countries. Spain stands out quite a bit. Right, okay, let's have a quick look and see what we have got to play with. So, a couple of youngsters. In fact, are they... I think there's only 1 player above 30. 2 players above 30, I think. 3 players above 30. Wow. Tachi, Spanish defender, looks pretty reasonable actually. I mean, is he too good for this level? Got a couple of years left on his contract, which is nice. £2,000 a week. That's I mean, he looks pretty decent though. Bravery and aggression and determination looks really nice. Physical's not too bad at all. Another Spaniard. So the top 3 players we've got are all Spanish. Alex Muller, left winger. can play midfield as well, so a 4-4-2. But then again, if we're favourites, should we be attacking? That's where I'm edging out towards already. We're favourites, maybe go on the defences when we get into the top division possibly. 28-year-old Juncker, 5'9", left back, reasonably quick, pace and acceleration is not bad at all. He's got a good crossing though, so would he be best suited out on the wing then? He's quick enough and he can cross. So a player that we've brought in, James Igbekene or Kimi. Wow, okay, midfield. I mean, again, these players, we're going to struggle to find a room for all these players, I think. My instinct is it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. It has to be in this division. These players look really good. Need to make use of his physicals though. Midfield, definitely. Ball winner. Or box to box. We get a Polish lad here, Igor Sapala, 26-year-old, 6'2", a DM. Midfield for me, actually. I think. I mean, we could go defensive. Have a DM in there if need be. Possibilities. Got good teamwork on him. The natural fitness is okay. Tackling, 12. What's his passing like? 12. Another Spaniard. Striker this time. Angel Rodado, 5'10". Couple of players out on loan. That is 22-year-old. I'm assuming there's a foreigner rule as well. 22 years old. Another DM. Very high potential though, which is quite nice to see. 21-year-old Konrad Gruskowski. I did say I was going to butcher some of these names. Again, a right back. That's not bad, you know. Not bad at all. I think the side is pretty made up here. A lot of high potential players like Piotr Starzinski, right winger, cam. I don't know if we got any cams. Maybe we do without a cam, or maybe go 4-4-2 possibly. I think that might be the way to go. 20-year-old goalkeeper. I think we could play him from the start unless we have got a better one or a more experienced one in there. But again, high potential. Good reflexes. One-on-ones isn't too bad. He's got good determination, jumping reach and aerial. And command of the area, 12. Has he played much? He has played. He did play 19 games last season in the top division. Is that the reason why they got relegated, I wonder? He's by far our best goalkeeper, so looks like he'll be playing. Maybe it's shared out between the other goalies, I don't know, but there's quite a few Polish lads in here as well. So if we do sign anybody going forward, they will have to be Polish. See if we can get an old Polish side, but at the same time we still want to be able to compete if we ever get to the top flight. So we're going to sort out a formation. I'm edging towards the 4-2-3-1 dependent on whether we have a cam in here. And we'll come back and we'll show you how well we've done up to when the window finishes. So after messing around with a few formations, we did have a 4-4-2 before I pushed our wingers up, and I feel like this is probably the better formation. We did go for a basic 4-4-2 with all the defaults, but we've just tweaked it ever so slightly, so we're playing a 4-2-4 now, which I think, again, for the side that we've got, they're predicted or favourites to finish top of the table. Just got relegated. They should bounce straight back, and I think they should go at this attacking formation. Starzinski is injured. He's out with a pulled hamstring. I don't know how long he's out for though, so that's going to affect us a little bit as well. He's been our star player so far, actually, the youngster, the 18-year-old. Without restriction, best 11. He's not even in the side. However, a couple of our players are out long term, 4 months, 6 months, 6 months there. That would be our side that we would potentially have going forward. We decided to switch from the 4-4-2 after the 0-0 draw here. As you can see, we hardly scored any goals. We really struggled, although we have kept clean sheets, which is quite nice. We switched it here to a 4-2-4 and we started scoring goals, so I'm quite happy with that. We start the league campaign, which we've won all our games so far apart from one against Snoznovic. We lost 1-0 away from home, a 13th minute winner there. Win our first round game in the Polish Cup as well, 4-1, of which we don't know who we're playing yet. But apart from that, we've won all our games barring one, which means we sit probably proud at the top of the table, 3 points clear from Ruch. And I think we should be able to get past this relatively easy. I say that, and we'll probably finish in 4th position. So it's the top 6. I'm assuming the top 2 go automatically, and the 3rd to 6th are playoff, of which it is. Yeah, promoted, and then playoffs for the 4. That's fine. Season preview 1 to 91 to win the league. And as you can see, a lot of our players are in the Dream 11, which is even better to see as well. So without any further ado, let's simulate our first season. We should be going up. Hopefully we can do that, finishing top position or even 2nd. I don't mind as long as we go straight back up, and maybe we might get that Polish Cup as a bonus. As expected and as predicted, we finish top of the table. So we've done better than what they've done in real life, where they finished 4th. We finished top of the table, and quite convincingly as well, 14 points clear, despite having a terrible run in towards the end. We lose 5 games in total, which isn't too bad, and they've all been by the odd goal as well, and all away from home. So I'm pretty happy with that as well. But 24 wins, 65 goals scored though, 2 a game, and only conceded 21. That's the least in the league as well. Fantastic. So our form took us unbeaten right through September without conceding a goal as well. Just odd losses here and there. A good couple of months after the winter break, which we come back at the end of February, and we carry on our very, very good form. A good 5-2 win there, and yeah, we didn't really get troubled. I think it was already won by the end, and yeah, just a little bit lapsy-daisy towards the end though, but a good season in total. We do, however, get knocked out in the semi-finals of the Cup. 3-1 to Brookbet to Malika. Where are they? They are 3rd in the Polish 1st division. Oh, so they're in the same division as us then. We do storm it right through. We beat Legia Warsaw though, 1-0, sorry. Gornik 5-2, 4-1 at the first round. Stomil 6-1 in the quarters. Yeah, that we lost 3-1 away at home as well. So the only games we've lost have been away from home. So our home form, I'm pretty happy with. I'm disappointed we didn't get to the final, especially losing to a team in our division. Promotion was always first on the agenda. So our squad then, Rodado, 41 goals, 0, 11 goals. Not enough. I mean, is he our 2nd striker? I'm not quite sure where he played. 10 goals for Huji, who's out on loan. But look at Mula, 18 assists, 9 goals. And Stozinski, how did he do? 5 assists, 3 goals. Don't know how he'll fare in the top division, but we'll have another look at him though. I'm hoping he will do pretty well. If we just have a quick look, see how well he has done. If we have a look at his progress, it's definitely gone up 2.5 to a full 3-star. If we look at his attributes, there's only the marking that's gone up, but apart from that, nothing else has moved at all. Next season is going to be quite difficult when we go into the main division. So have a look at the finances there. What we've been given. Ooh, okay, £1,000, and we've only got 20% of the transfer revenue. So first off, we're going to see if we can make a board request and ask for them to increase it. Increase that, please. Thank you very much. Right, let's go and see what we can do in this this market. As you probably know from recent rebuilds, we will try and get some freebies. First of all, signing is Pavel Ovlevsky. Can't pronounce the team that he was with, but £65,000. He had a couple of years left on his contract. Picked him up quite cheap. A right back, another backup really, but a young Polish 24-year-old player who can fit into the role. From Lechia for I think it was £30,000 or something like that, £35,000. Zawinski comes in, a striker. We needed some more backups up front. The players that we had were either aging or too young and weren't good enough. So we decided to bring somebody else in as just some more Polish blood into the team as well, as we try and move the side towards an old Polish side if we can by the end of this rebuild. Next up, free agents Marcin Cebula, a cam player. He can play out on the wings as well, but we are going to move our formation to a cam position instead of a 4-2-4. I didn't feel comfortable playing in the top division without anybody in that central role. So I did say we'd eventually go to a 4-2-3-1, and that's what we have done. And I think he'll do pretty well as well. Marcin, 27-year-old, however, but again, a player with a bit of experience. Next up is Filip Moczynski, I think from Lechia, A couple of months left on his contract. We managed to bag him for a freebie. I've not done that before. We've gone right up to a couple of months left on the contract. And yeah, we've done that twice actually. But a freebie all the same. His contract was running out. We bagged him. There was talk of him re-signing another contract with the club, but we won out in the end. Again, can play out in the wings. Again, a good option for a cam roll. Another freebie. Again, this was the other one that we managed to bag with a couple of months left on his contract. Free play, decided to come to us. And yeah, a midfielder. Another backup midfield. And again, another Polish young player. He's worth 600 grand now, so even if we do decide to move him on, we should get a fair amount of money, providing our transfer revenue goes up. But good work rate though, which is good for a youngster. So overall 100 grand spent, so it's not too bad, despite the fact that we did have 500 grand going out the door, but we didn't really see much of that because of the transfer revenue. So I was disappointed with that. But Hugi goes to Vidzu for 250,000. Kowalski goes to Legia for up to 225. Lech gets Wisniewski for £145,000 and a couple of others going as well quite cheaply. A few out on a free and quite a few out on loan. So like I say, formation has been changed to the 4-2-3-1. I just wasn't comfortable with two up front going into the top division, and the few friendlies that we did play with the 4-2-4 just didn't seem right. So we tweaked it and we initially came to a 4-2-3-1. What else can I say? These are the tactics they were in possession. We're still doing the overlap for our wing backs though, so they're going to still get a lot of work in. In transition, there's not much going on. We're just counter pressing and holding shape. Out of possession, we're pressing and we're keeping just a normal defensive line, but preventing the short goalkeeper distribution as well, and triggering the press as much as possible. And as you can see, up to the point where we drew 0-0, we changed it to the 4-2-3-1. We didn't do too bad in the first couple of games, but we lost one, drew one, then we win 3-0 with the new formation. We did lose a second friendly though under that formation 1-0, but we persevered. And I'm awfully glad we did, because the results in the top division are fantastic. We win our first game 3-1 against Piast. Then Vota Poznan, we drew 2-2 away from home, mind. Radkov, we win 2-0. Opole, we win 4-0. 2-0 against Brookbeck and Gornik, 2-0 as well. So very, very happy with the results going there. We're scoring goals, not conceding many, and that's how I would like it. And currently, we are sitting top of the table. I didn't imagine this, but 2 points clear. Unbeaten. So as long as we can stay like that, I'll be very, very happy indeed. Already top goal scorer in the league is Ridado with 9 goals. Cannot complain at all. And Junker's got 4 assists. And there's something we don't normally see when we get promoted. We are predicted to finish 6th in the table. 33-1. So out of the promoted clubs, we're doing rather well. So if we can get up there or thereabouts, I'd be really happy. A top 10 finish is what I'm after. The prediction's 6. If we get there, even better. Have we got any players in the Dream 11? Muller and Junker. I'll go with that. That's fine. The left-hand side looks pretty sorted. So let's go ahead and simulate our second season. I'm quite looking forward to this, considering we're not predicted to finish bottom. So let's see how we get on. Well, as predicted by the media, we did finish in 6th position despite having a very, very good start and an unbeaten start at that. We didn't lose our first 5 or 6 games, but we do go on to lose a further 12 though instead. But that's not bad in the first season back in the big time. We only fall short 14 points of 5th place Pogon, and then further points behind Legia, Rakov, Slask and Lech, who eventually win it. Very close at the top though. We do, however, have a leading goal scorer in the team who's won the Golden Boot, Ridado, 26 goals this season, and Junker as well, 11 assists, which is fantastic. After our very good start, we do go on to lose 5 on the bounce. Wow, that's shocking stuff. Maybe it's too early to go attacking, but I think it was the right move, and I think with the right players in there as well, we will only get better. A couple of nice wins in there, a 4-2 victory there at Poznan. But apart from that, it looks like we have struggled for goals. But not forgetting, we are down to one striker now and one cam. Maybe we go back to 2 up front then, maybe. I don't know. But it's still pretty good. There is a few gaps in there where we don't win for a fair while, 2 months at least anyway. But we do finish sort of strongly to finish into that 6th position. We do only get as far as the 3rd round in the FA Cup, losing 2-0 to Lecce. 30 goals from Rodado, but then again he is our sole striker, which isn't too bad at all. Zero gets 4 goals, and our other striker, how well did he do? Did he actually play? Trying to think where he is. I think it was this guy here. 6 starts off the bench, but no goals, no assists, unfortunately. But our goalkeeper's done reasonably well, though. 45 conceded in 37. I'm happy with that. But yeah, there's a massive gap. Muller with 5 goals and 6 assists. Again, the assists haven't really been coming, apart from Juncker at left back. Or did he play left wing, maybe? So, looking on to next season then. Let's have a look, see money-wise. Well, we have been given 99 grand. So that's something. The transfer revenue has not gone up at all. We're still in the red, so there's no money forthcoming. So maybe we'll have to start selling some more players again. Reduce the wages budget even further, although we have got a fair bit in there. Debt and loans, 1.30 now, £51,000 a month now. But an overall net debt of 1.5. Okay, it's coming down. But 99 grand. We'll have to go try and get some more freebies en route and do some more dealing. So first of our transfers, we'll start off with a freebie, Mateusz Holovinia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Do correct me if I'm wrong, I do apologise anyway. But a left back, very good stats, 26 years old. We have got Juncker, who's 30 years old, so we are looking to replace him. And I realise we've got no other left back as backup, so we bring him in as a backup really, but I think we're going to try him out in the first team straight off, see how he gets on, but we are going to be looking to replace him next season. From Slask for £45,000. We're going to play him as a centre-back. Again, we've got, I think we have a Spanish centre-back and a 30-year-old centre-back as well. So again, players that are going to be replacing. Remember, we are going to try and turn this team into a full Polish team if we can. Bearing in mind we do have a couple of Spanish players who are our better players, so replacing them is going to be very difficult. But Pobrava seems to be okay. Again, like I say, centre-back option. He's going to be playing straight off the bat as well, I think. We'll see how he gets on. He's done well in the friendlies, so probably need upgrading in a season or two's time. From Vidzu for £50,000, another centre-back. He has got potential to grow, and he's only 25 years old. Like I say, looking to replace our other 2 players, even though they are have better centre-backs. But I think we're going to be playing the 2 youngsters that we brought in, see how they get on, and hopefully next season we'll upgrade once again. Finally, for £175,000, yes, we had a lot of wages budget, so I converted some of that, and we brought in a midfielder, good potential, and at 23 years old, again we're looking to replace some of our Spanish players, and we have got one in midfield, so he's going to replace him there. We'll see how he gets on, but he comes from the KGHM Zaglibi. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it, but already 2 assists and a goal to his name in the midfield, so that's not bad, and he's playing better than he has done in the last 2 seasons, so well chuffed with that. So overall we spend £275,000, which isn't too bad actually. We do bring in £220,000 though. So a couple of freebies going 0. I think he was up front. It goes to Radomiak for 88,000. Collie goes for 10,500. Kovlevic goes to Corona for 66, and our other defender Martinez goes to Vidzu for 60 grand, £59,000, and then we just got another player that's gone out, Kroll, to Stommel for just under 11,000. So if we look at our squad now, it's almost all Polish, but as you can see, the ones that are not Polish, they're our better players. Currently, we've not got them in the side. And this is the side that we're going. So our main signings, so instead of Rodada up front, we're going to bring in the youngster that we brought in from the youth team, I think, or did we? bring him in. We brought him in from Vidzu. He was on loan, I think, so we brought him in. 11 goals for us in 6 games. He surpassed last season already. I mean, that's not to say Radada could have done better as well, but it just goes to show that if we can get his stats up as well, then Radada could be going in the next season as well, as we aim to make it an all Polish side if we can. Be a shame to let go some of the Spanish players because they are really, really good. And our other signings come straight in as well. Storinsky, he's progressing very, very well. The youngster, 21 years old now, I want to say 20 years old in fact. And if we look at his development and progress, and if we have a look, I mean, it has gone up a fair bit already. And if we have a look at his attributes over the last year as well, everything is pointing upwards and looking very, very good indeed. That being said, the season has gone pretty well so far. Pre-season wasn't too bad, just a 1 loss. We got off to a flyer. And then in the league, we beat Corona 2-0, 6-0 against Lech. I mean, that's a fantastic, phenomenal result with our young striker Lucas. 5 goals. Wow. A 3-3 against Slask. Then we lost 4-2 to Gornik at home, which is very, very disappointing despite coming back twice. So we were 3-2 down after 18 minutes. I mean, what a crazy result that is. We do beat Lodz 4-1 and then Cracovia 5-1 as well. And our young striker Luca, he's just banging them in, isn't he? Currently, we're not top like we were last season, but we are in 3rd position. Probably more modest. See if we can remain in the top 5 or even 4 to get a European spot if we can. And we have dropped places. We're down 50-1 now to win the league. Maybe other teams have upgraded their players a bit better than what we probably have, but we're under restraints of budgets and things, so we haven't got that sort of money. But we'll see how we get on. Again, we did what the media predicted. Let's see if we can go a bit better and try and get ourselves into a European spot. Well, with the 3rd season over, and we managed to get ourselves into a 3rd spot. I've always thought this side was pretty good. I thought we did weaken it a little bit, judging from the media predictions. However, a 3rd place finish is absolutely fantastic. It looks like we were top for a second half of the season, which is fantastic. We were up there or thereabouts. We did drop as low as 4th, but we faltered right towards the very end though. Wow, the last few games, 1, 2, 3, 4 games. We drew that one, lost. Oh yeah, it's we could have won it. It's disappointing, but we are in Europe next season. Whether that be in qualifications or not, we'll see. But I'm very excited the way this team is going forward now, and we'll have a look, see if we were dependent on the non-Polish players as well, especially up top. See how our striker did, and that just answers my question. Lucas gets 30 goals this season. That is absolutely fantastic as well. A homegrown player getting 30 goals. Kubela gets 11 assists. And Lucas gets 3rd best player in the league as well. Magic stuff. In fact, we're all over the place here. So looking out of form. So we did pretty well right at the very beginning. So we went off and remained unbeaten up until we played Rakov. We lost 2-1 at home. Our home form's not that brilliant, is it? A 5-4 victory over Corona. We did beat Legia, though, who did eventually win the league. A couple of 4-0s there. And then this last few months, we struggled for goals. I don't know whether we lost our strike or not. I don't know. But 5 losses in the last 3 months. That's and we didn't score a goal for the last 6 games. Or 5 games, rather. Wow, we could have won the league at that point. Oh, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. The FA Cup, well, we'll go out earlier on to concentrate on the league. I would like to win it at some point. Lucas, 33 goals in 36. I was right to put him up there. But again, we are not getting enough goals from everywhere else. Poeter Stazinski, it looks like he's injured. Out for 2 months. Wow, 6 goals, 5 assists for him. Muller, 7 assists, 6 goals, 11 assists for Kabula in the cam roll. However, it's still good enough to get us into 3rd spot. So I've got to be relatively happy, haven't I? And if we just have a look at some of our non-Polish players. So Enes, he's actually under offer at the moment. We may lose him. Contract runs out next season anyway, but 34 games, so we are going to have to see how our other players in the midfield look at that. I mean, our main defender, Lacombe, what did it? It did pretty well, actually, to be fair. And the Spanish guys, there they are. Juncker, he did play 28 off the bench. He still gets 3 goals and 4 assists, which is phenomenal. Muller, he did play a lot of games, and not a lot from Tachi and Redardo, which is good to see considering where we finished. They still contributed, though. 5 goals, though, for Redardo. We may end up losing him this season. So I think what we might do then is, well, he's contracted to 2020. I don't know whether to hang on to him for another season while we concentrate on the other positions, but we may end up losing some of these guys here. Although Muller is here for another few seasons and Tachi as well for another couple, so we may end up just keeping them on a little bit longer, let their contracts run out, or we just may let one of them go like Redardo. If he didn't play that much, we got 30 goals from Lucas here. We may yet just do that. So let's have a look at what we've got coming next season there. Oh, wow. £400,000 to play with. We've got a fair amount of wages budget as well. It's all looking good. Right, let's go and prepare ourselves for Europe. Here we go. Well, we're going on a little bit of a spending spree this window with it being us in Europe. So hopefully things will go well there. So our first signing is Milos Sefaspansky. I've butchered it, I know. Left winger, attacking midfielder, and a midfielder as well. Very, very nice. That determination, teamwork, vision and work rate looks really good indeed, as well as his physicals. He can pass the ball. He's got some good long shots on him as well, so that's going to come pretty useful. Crossing's not so much though, but for £95,000 from Lechia, very, very happy to have him on board. From Werder Bremer, £175,000 for a left back. Left backs are very, very expensive, let me tell you, and there's not much out there, but the 22-year-old comes in, he's going to rival our other one. So now we have 2 Polish left backs, which I'm very, very pleased with. From Slask, for £155,000, we're bringing Lucas Bejka, right back or centre back actually, which I'm hoping he's going to be back up to, but if he can play right back and if he's quite comfortable there, then yeah, let him do it. Physicals look quite nice. Glad he's not going to be playing up top or corners, so that's going to be, I mean, his crossing ability is horrendous, so maybe he might be better off in the centre back option because his heading's okay and jumping reach is even better, so maybe more suited to a centre back. From Benfica for £100,000, we bring in another left winger, quite a cheap option, Mateus. I can't pronounce his name and I'm not going to try it either. I think he looks pretty reasonable, great acceleration and pace on him. He's got good determination, not so great at crossing, but he can dribble, finish, and he's got a good first touch also. And finally, from WISLA KRAKOW, I think it is, midfielder, we needed some more in there, and I think he looks pretty good as well. Good potential on him, and stats wise not too bad at all. Finishing's a lot to be desired, but other than that, he's got good determination, he can pass the ball, and he's got great technique as well, and vision, which is always needed in the midfield. So overall, £725,000 brought in, which is pretty good, let me tell you. It's a lot of money being spent, but £1.2 million going out the door. 725 of that is Enis Flazjic. He's gone to Girona, our midfielder. So once again, we lose another non-Polish player, but very sad to see him go. 275,000 for Redardo, goes to Ibiza, goes back to Spain. Another youngster, 47,000 £1,000. I think it was a right back going to Vidzu. Not very good though, to be honest. Junker's finally gone as well. £275,000 to Al Rayyan. Origa goes to Corona as well. Our other aging centre back for £110,000. Finances look pretty healthy. We've got £4 million in the bank. Not so much of the transfer budget left, but I am going to ask them to increase it for next season. Pre-season and Europe and the league looks very busy. Our pre-season went according to plan right up until the end of July when we played our first game in Europe, which we beat Aktobe. We beat them 7-2 over the 2 legs. Then we played Herenveen from Germany. We won that on penalties. After losing the away leg 2-1, we win the second leg 1-0 at home and then winning on penalties. It's phenomenal to get through. Then we played at Olympiacos and we beat them 4-2 over the 2 legs. However, our league form has taken a dip because of this. Apart from the win in the league in our first game, We did lose our second game 2-0. Then we drew 3 on the bounce and then lost to Legia Warsaw 2-1 in the last game. So, yeah, not so good in the league, unfortunately. We have qualified to the group stage in Europe now, so that's pretty good. We've got FCSB, AEK, AAB, Sheriff, Karabag and AIK. A lot of letters in there. The table doesn't look great reading. We've only lost 2 games so far, so a lot worse than previous seasons. Season preview, though, has us better off than last season. We're 33-1 this time. 7th position, and if we can finish high up there again, I'll be more than happy. Even after a bad start to the season, we still managed to finish in 3rd position. Still some way off from the leaders. Legia win the league away from Lech, who scored 56 goals. I think that's the most in the league as well. We only scored 49. Goal difference of 15. It's not too bad. But to finish in 3rd position and in the European spot once again, we have established ourselves definitely in that top tier. Is that Luca? What? He's gone to Lech? What? He scored 22 goals as well. He's playing there. What? Wow, £3.4 million they let him go for him. Oh my word. He scored 16 goals for us in 21 as well. We're going to find it very difficult to find a replacement, that's for sure. That's insane. I'm so not happy about that. The board must have just let him go because obviously a lot of money involved. Unbelievable. Still reeling from that transfer. I'm not happy at all. That's probably why our goals have dried up. Like I said, we did get off to a very bad start. But we reined it in, a couple of losses along the way. Nothing major, I don't think. And there's no big scores. A 4-3 win over Rakov there. Couple of wins. We have been scoring goals each game, though. So that's something. And we had a very good finish. Last 3 months makes a change. We have gone unbeaten, in fact. 2 draws, in fact. And 9 wins, despite losing our star striker. Oh my god, I can't believe it still. The FA Cup, we get knocked out after extra time in the 3rd round by a second team. Seriously. However, look at that. We did okay in the Conference League, though. We managed to get ourselves all the way into the quarterfinals where we lose to Valencia, of all teams. What are they doing in the Conference League? We lost 5-1 overall, but let's have a look at some of the other results, though. So they will qualify. The league phase, 7-0 against FCSB. 1-1 there, a 2-0, 4-1, 4-2, 5. That's fantastic. We were unbeaten as well. 4th place finish. I wonder who won it in the end. We finished in 4th position. Valencia finished behind us, on same points. Obviously, we scored a lot more goals. Aston Villa beat Lyon 1-0 in the final. But in the round of 16, we beat AAB, which we did beat 2-0 at home. We beat them 4-0 at home this time after a 0-0 away draw. It's unfortunate to lose in the quarterfinals, but we did rather well. I'm quite surprised. And to say we finished 3rd as well. That's an added bonus. I thought this would take away all our efforts in the league, but they've kind of got used to it. So who carried the baton? So it looks like we may have another striker, possibly. And it's this guy, Matus. Again, I'm not going to pronounce his name. He can play up front, actually. And do we play him up front? He's got 14 finishing. He's reasonably quick. We did sign him up for left wing, but that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. How did he do? 11 in 29. You know what? He could be our next one. We'll have to sign another striker anyway, I think. That's reasonably good anyway. A lot of assists as well. Let's have a quick look. 16 for Stovzinski. We've got Muller as well, still doing the job at 29. Maybe we'd let him go this time, or do we just hang on to him? I think he's the only, apart from Tachi as well, who did play 38 games, 28 years old as well. He's still got another year left on his contract. To be honest, I'd like to go all Polish, but these two are really, unless we get some. We have got a left winger in Matus. He can play there if we do decide to let go of Muller. And at the back as well, I'm sure we've got some centre-backs as well that can replace him as well. So in the end, we could potentially go all Polish if we can. But I'm pretty happy with what we've done. Our goalkeeper as well, 52 goals in 51 games. That's not bad. He's played a lot of games. So let's have a look at money-wise. Wow. Oh, my God. That has to do some of the money from Europe. It has to be. And look at our wages as well. It's literally doubled almost. We could get some real decent players from this. Right, let's go do a little bit of shopping. Right, the first player we pick up is Antoni Ofmansky, a forward from Legia for £1.2 million. In fact, majority of our players are from Legia Warsaw, so if we don't win the league this season, there is something wrong. He's going to lead our line. He can play right wing, but we have set him up front. That's where we want him to play. He's quite quick as well. He's reasonable finishing. Not as good as Lucas was for us last season, I don't think. 13 goals out on loan in the first division in 25 isn't too bad. He's got 6 in 4 for us already. From Jagiellonia for £1.3 million, we pick up a centre-back. We needed another centre-back. We had the money. We could go for the better players in our division. And we bring in Daniel Maciejak. Again, very, very good stats. He can head the ball, he's got good jumping reach, and he's got a good balance as well at the back. Not quick, but quick enough to do the job at the back. And I think he's one of our better players now as well. From Eintracht Frankfurt, second team, £2.5 million. Wow, what a player. Lucas Pabroki. Again, another good player. He's going to be our backup. He's quite versatile. Defence, midfield, and wing back as well. He's very versatile and he can play various positions. Whether or not he'll get some game time, I don't know. But he will be going up against Straczynski anyway. So we'll see what happens. Bulka comes in for £750,000. Yeah, under £1 million. But again, from Legia, left back. We pick up some of their bright players. He wasn't getting any game time there, but he's got good potential, reasonably quick. Stats-wise, not too bad, but 19 years old. He's got plenty of time to grow. From KGHM for £650,000, we bring in 18-year-old Rasmus, who can play in the cam role. That's where we want him to play. He's only 18 years old, like I say, so whether or not he'll get some game time remains to be seen, but really one for the future. And finally, another player from Legia Warsaw, £1.5 million, a midfielder, Filip Rezcik. He looks fantastic, flair and vision. He's got good jumping reach as well. Can he head the ball? Not particularly, so there's no point in jumping really, to be fair. But he's going to be a nuisance in that midfield. So £8 million spent, which is absolutely phenomenal considering how much we had. £825,000 go out the door. We do release Müller and Tachi. So our side now is all Polish. And so far, so good. Friendlies have gone to plan. Even the league has gone to plan as well. We're into the Conference League phase now as well, where we play Dynamo Minsk, FC Admira Wacker Modlin, Valencia, who beat us last season, Hajduk Split, Hearts, Hapoel Beersheva. I think that's all there is. But in the league, we've done remarkably well as well. So currently, sitting top of the table. Level on points with Lech and Legia closely behind. So hopefully we'll outdo them this season. And we've gone up a place, up to 20-1 now to win the league. Our 6th place media prediction. So hopefully we can live up to them expectations and hopefully bring some glory back with us at the end of this season. Well, persistence is a key thing, and we've won the league. Finally, since the last time being 2011, we do win in 2027, 16 years later, but we've done it, and we've done it only just by the skin of our teeth. So from what I can remember, it goes against head-to-head, which I think we ended up winning 2-1 and losing 3-2. A 4-4 aggregate score. Whether or not that goes for us, scoring more goals away from home gets us on top, I don't know. Then it goes on to goal difference. Well, goal difference is the same, 39. And then it goes on to goals scored. And we obviously have won that with 76 goals scored, 37 conceded. Still a lot of goals conceded, considering you think the ones up to 6th place behind have conceded considerably less than ourselves. And it looks like our form going into the last 5 games has won us the title. That is absolutely fantastic. I think it's mission accomplished. Back to the big time. with a bang. If we have a look at some of the scores, we won our last game 4-3. Vidzu drew 3-3 with 10th place. And Rakov, where did they drew 2-2 with Lodz. They were in 7th. Wow, okay. And who did we beat? These guys here who are bottom. Thankfully, we came away with a victory. That's brilliant. And Offmansky, our substitute or replacement striker, top goal scorer with 34. And an added bonus, I think we go into Champions League, maybe? Let's have a quick look. The winners go into the Champions League playoff paths. And we get 1.43 million for it as well. So our league form. So we had a good start. We did lose our first game against Leisure 3-1. We carry on winning the odd games. A few games we do lose. Again, home form's not brilliant. Vidzu beat us 1-0. We do have, by the turn of the year, in February onwards, 1 loss and 1 draw. The rest of them are all wins. The FA Cup, well, they can be excused from this competition. We've won the league. Europe, however, we get past the qualifiers. We lose a couple of games in the league phase to FC Admira and Valencia again. And we played Valencia there as well. Did we play? We got knocked out by Valencia last season. Yeah, we just couldn't beat Valencia. We lost both games there. We lost there, and we did beat them at home, but we lose 3-1 away from home. So Valencia, a thorn in our side, but we do beat Lichfield 4-1 in the knockout playoff bit. But apart from that, I think we've done reasonably well again. We do finish further down the table in 13th position. It is Valencia that go on to win it. 6 from 6. Wow. Did they go on to win the whole caboodle? They do. They beat Udinese 2-0. So we do lose out to the winners anyway. So can't be too angry about it. So our squad then, wow, 43 goals from Offmansky. I don't think our other strikers managed that at all, did they? 43 goals. How many has he scored for us? He's only 20 years old as well, so he'll be another sought-after player. So for ourselves, 34 goals in 31 appearances in the league. That's brilliant, and cup games I'm guessing as well. He's done reasonably well, hasn't he? His history, I mean, 72 goals in 143, but more notably this season, wow. 16 goals for Matus as well. Sabula with 10 as also. A few more goals throughout the whole team. Assist-wise, 19 from Proprocky. Starzinski, did he play much? 20 games, 20 off the bench, 7 goals, 3 assists. Still another very good player, 23 years old as well. We picked up some really good players here. Question now is, did we break any records while we were here? I don't think, well, we did. Highest position is first, 26-27 season. That's the one we've just won. Most points in the season, 78, which is this season as well. Fantastic. 26-27, most league wins, 25. That's the season before. What else we got? 98 goals scored in this season. Wow. 246,000 against Herenveen. Lucas, he did get 45 goals in this season, so he did surpass Offmansky then. I'm still annoyed that we couldn't hang on to him though, to be fair. We wouldn't have needed to get another striker. Highest average rating as well as Luca with 7.84. Fastest goal, 22 seconds, was Frederick Goboski in 2027 in the game against Lodz. And Ronaldo, most match awards in the season, 13 as well. I'm sure we've got, I think that's it. I mean, most matches won in a row. We haven't got any of them. Staffing wise, we're looking very, very good. I mean, that can only get better now, can't it? That's brilliant. Finances, 7.7 in the bank, 7 million for transfers, debts and loans. Well, they've got no more net debt. They've got £35,000 left remaining on the loan, and that's going to finish this end of this month. And there's just a £1 million transfer debt. That is it. Right, that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and let me know what you think of this rebuild. We finally win the league since 2011. The last time they won it, we bag it 16 years later. And to be perfectly honest, they just got better and better each season. And to be fair, I've really enjoyed this one. Not played a team in Poland before. I might actually do another one. And the task of trying to get an all Polish side as well, that was quite interesting. But we did it. we finally did it in the end as well, and it proved to be the correct call by winning the league. Maybe that's what we ought to do in future rebuilds. So until the next rebuild, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.